Hi everyone, welcome back to RINSWINS. Today I'm going to be looking at the kind of content you should be sharing if you want to establish yourself as an expert in your field. So establishing yourself as an expert in your field is a really great marketing strategy, and that's kind of obvious. Why would you want to go to somebody and pay them money if they weren't an expert in what they were doing? So this works really well for B2B businesses, but it can also work in a B2C context as well. The thing is that you can be the best in your field, you can be an absolute expert, and if nobody knows that, then it's no use to you at all. So it's really about translating that into your marketing and communicating it to your target audience. And one way you can do this is through content. So the first thing that you can be sharing is original how-to features. The great thing about this is it adds value for your target audience. So you're giving them something free and something that will help them. And by helping them, you're helping them to think, gosh, well, he, she, that company, that brand knows what they're talking about and knows what they're doing. It's kind of on that whole basis of show, don't tell. So if you say to somebody, I'm a really good personal trainer, then they've just got to take your word for it. Whereas if you write for them, a helpful step-by-step guide to improving their stamina in the gym, or a 5-point plan that's going to help them knock, however many minutes off their personal best at the next park run. That's really specific, it's really tangible. They can try it out. You've added value for them, and you've also proven that you know what you're talking about. So then when they look at, whether they want to do an online program or sign up for personal training sessions, they're going to come back to you because you were the expert that helped them. Another thing you can share is industry news and trends. So really, that's basically sharing content that you haven't yourself created. So it might be an article that you read, a blog post, a podcast that you listened to, a video that you've seen. And you might think, well, that doesn't show me as an expert. It shows that somebody else has been an expert and written or filmed or whatever it is. But actually what it shows is that you're involved in your industry, you're reading the latest industry news, and you're involved in it in that way, so you're consuming as much as you are producing, and that can be very, very powerful. You can also do things like retweeting key industry figures. Again, it shows that you're engaged, that you are kind of looking at what other people are saying, and that's very important. You can summarize seasonal trends depending on your industry. Anything that shows that you're paying attention, basically. I think that's what it comes down to, where a how-to feature can show that you know what you're doing. Sharing industry news and trends shows that you're engaged in your industry, and it gives you credibility. So that's always useful. And the third thing you can do is share opinion and commentary on news and trends and stuff like that. And now that sort of elevates the second thing I talked about, which is the news and trends. It elevates that to the next level. So rather than people just thinking, oh gosh, that's a person who really knows what's going on in the industry, suddenly you're looking at being a person that not only knows what's going on in the industry, but actually knows about it so well that you can comment on it. So perhaps you might summarize the various different arguments or theories that are going on around a particular subject, add your voice to that. It's just a really useful way of saying, I really do know what I'm talking about and I've got something to share. And you can share that in different ways. You might write a blog post, but you could share on social media, you could do a video about it, even just in your networking day to day, it can be a useful thing to be able to drop into the conversation. So have a think about those different things. The original how-to features, just to make another point on that, actually, those how-to features don't have to be blog posts, because generally a how-to is going to be quite evergreen content, so it's quite useful to share as a white paper or a download, even an infographic. You can kind of present that information in lots of different ways, but again, it's going to help with your expertise. So that's original how-to features, industry news and trends, and then comments and analysis of those industry news and trends that you've been talking about. So I hope that's been helpful. Have a think about that when you're looking at your marketing. See if that's something that you could be doing to help establish yourself and your brand as experts in your field. I'm going to include a link to one of my blog posts in the description box so you can read a bit more about it. Do share this video with anyone that you think might find it useful. You never know, this could be your version of sharing industry news and trends. It might help show that you're keeping your finger on the pulse of how to do marketing properly. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe. That would be lovely. And as always, if you've got any questions to ask me on RINSWINS, do let me know through various social media or commenting or emailing us. And I will hopefully be able to address your question. So I will see you soon on RINSWINS. Bye.